Hello everybody, welcome to a jewelry unboxing. Well, actually, as you can see, everything is already unboxed, but I haven't gone through it. I had to resist. Stephen was telling me to walk away and not go through everything so I could do it on video. On my short this week, I did this bracelet, and this bracelet, and this bracelet, and these earrings, and this bracelet out of this box. This jewelry box says Radley London, and it's white, and it's in great shape. This bracelet had the mark BR on it in my short that I showed everybody. I have since found out that stands for Banana Republic. So we will continue with this box. Here is a triangle that looks like lapis in there on a very long chain. You can see that. And then here is a circle gold tone, another again on a very long chain. Here is a ring. There are no markings on it, but it looks to be handmade, and this is supposed to stand up like that. It's a kind of brutalist in its style. This is a pendant that matches the earrings, and there are no markings on it. And I'm not sure if this chain actually goes. Maybe it does. And there are no markings on the chain. Then there's this necklace. It's a nice heavy necklace, and there seems to be a little dangler, a half moon, and rhinestone in there, and it looks like, let me see, sorry, while I try and get this to focus. There we go. Banana Republic again. Nice. That is a very nice chain with an extender. And then in this bag, there's a bracelet and no marks. And let's zoom out a little bit. And a necklace, you can see, and it has that little rhinestone. Oh no, sorry, no it doesn't. That is a mechanism for the closure. Doesn't seem to have any markings. And then there's this one last baggie that came from this. That is, again, a necklace that says 18 karat gold filled. Can you read that? There we go. 18 kgf, and with a matching bracelet. So that's that box. I'll just put everything back in there. That was really some really nice things. All gold tone jewelry. Now let's see what is in here. Picked this up at auction at the end of November. I have not gone through this, so let me see. Oh, I've sold these before. I think they're Butler. See if there's any markings on them. Nope, there aren't any. I have sold these. I sold them at my booth in Okotoks. Something very similar to these. Those are clip-ons. What's in here? It's a little difficult to pick stuff up out of here. It looks like there's more than one type of earring in this little square. So I learned this week that these with the danglers like this are called French wire. And these look to be handmade with plastic rhinestones. I don't think anything is actually glass. And then these are screwbacks with a yellow stone. Oh, and there's a missing pearl bead, and it says something on the back. What does it say? I can't see. I think that says coral? Nope. Well, maybe you guys can see it because I can't. I'll have to get my loop. Too bad, though, that there is a missing pearl. I don't think it's in there. Oh, it is. I might be able to repair that. That's great. Now, let's see what's in this next. Again, they are clip-on earrings. Although, this one, there we go. That's why it looks so unusual. They are half-moon earrings. Maybe with some coral, I'm not sure. Back up just a little bit. What's in here? Oh, aren't those pretty? That is a pierced earring, and there is a mark on the back. YR. So we'll have to figure out what that is. And there is a matching pair. Look at that. Beautiful. And then these French wire. And it looks like they fed one into the other. Some crystals. Sorry. And then these are screwbacks. And there's a half moon on the back. I'll try and focus that for you. There you go. And those are pretty little danglers. And then in this piece here, it's not all earrings. Didn't know that. That is a really cool pendant. And I think all the stones are there. Looks like it. Are there any markings? No. No markings. That is very cool though. And then there is this bracelet. Judging by the clasp, it's vintage. Not 100% sure on that. There are no markings, so it's hard to say for sure. And then in this square slot, I think that's plastic pendant. I need to learn to center the jewelry a little better, don't I? Still, this is only like my 3rd month doing YouTube videos. Still learning. Now, I think that's faux turquoise, but it moves in this little owl pendant. He's got some wear showing through the copper that's underneath. And then there is this beautiful rose brooch, and is there markings? Let's see if we could see if that's actually a marking. Don't think so. Don't think that is. And then in the next area, there is a very sparkly and beautiful necklace. I think I need to zoom out a little further so you can see the whole necklace. And there is a tag, so let's see, what does it say? LC. I'll focus in on that. LC. Don't know what that means. Again, I'll have to look that up. And I like that earring. I've always liked earrings like this. The dangly ones. It reminds me of the 80s. And I still wear them like that sometimes. I was a kid and didn't have my ear pierced for most of the 80s. So I think that's why I like to wear some of those earrings from back then. And this is a pair of earrings. There's some tarnish on them, so I don't know if they would be silver. It doesn't appear to have a 925 marking, but there does seem to be a stamp. cannot read it, even zoomed in. I'll have to get my loop out. I'll try to update you on what those earrings are in the notes after I'm done filming. And let's see, there's a couple of pairs of earrings in this one. Oh, isn't that pretty? That's for pierced ears. Don't see a matching one, so we'll put that back there. So maybe we find it in a different... Oh, aren't those pretty? Those flowers? I love them. They are for pierced ears. And from what I can see, there are no markings. I really like those. And then, oh, Aurora Borealis clip-ons, I think. Yes, clip-ons. And again, there are no markings, so I'll try and show you at least one. Focus in better. There we go. And, oh, some amethyst. French wire for pierced ears earrings. Aren't those pretty? And then off to the side here, we have some more pairs of earrings. Let's see. Oh, little chains. And there is a matching set. French wire again. And no markings on the backs of these. Very cute. And these are clip-ons. Stone mother of pearl, kind of. And an unusual clip. I've never seen one like that before. And it says patent pending. There. And there's the earrings, clip-ons. Now, there's a pendant of some kind of stone. No markings on that. And this is a brooch. Black costume jewelry. Not sure what. Yeah, that should be, seems to be a stone, not plastic. And then in here, oh, there's a necklace and maybe a bracelet. I can't tell. This. Oh, it's a hair clip, I think. Isn't that pretty? Can you see? Hair clip. And bracelet, I think. Yeah. I think it might be broken. Silver tone bracelet with a nice little piece. And what's this? Is this a necklace? Nope, it's another bracelet. That's very pretty. No markings. Here is a jade necklace. You see the whole piece, and it's got its own bead on the end. And in here, there's a few things. These blue and pink, almost similar to what a dream catcher would look like, but solid in the middle. And then this pair is together, and it's just black and silver tone for pierced ears, no markings. And then a clip-on pair. Oh, those are cool. I think, no, there's not supposed to be enamel there, so it hasn't worn. Very nice. And this is for pierced ears. These are pretty, gold tone and blue. And then the final ones in this is a two-piece. I don't know if you can see. I will try and show these off properly. But this piece here is connected to the back of the earring. So if you move it away, so this would hook underneath your ear and this would go on the back of your ear. Those are quite cool. Now we will move on to, let's try this basket. Oh, we're at 15 minutes already, so we're not going to get through all this jewelry. I'm sorry I take so long. I will do another video for you. This is a brooch, a flower brooch. We're going to try and go a little faster. This looks like a little dangler, sparkly heart. And then just a sparkly bracelet, stretchy. And another bracelet, more modern clasp. So I think that's a little more modern. I think this is a pendant. It has rhinestones on one side and cutouts of hearts on the other. And I don't know if it's supposed to open or not. I don't think so. It doesn't appear to have any hinges. This is an earring. I don't see a match at the moment. Ooh, pretty Christmas tree brooch. No markings. I'm going to have to get that listed right away so it sells. And here is teddy bear, I think, with a lamppost brooch. And a bells and holly brooch. I think the bells have been broken off because there's a piece missing. So that will go to a jewelry jar for somebody who can make jewelry out of this kind of stuff, or make ornaments or whatever. Oh, this guy's cool. He's a little snowman with a snowflake. He's just a lapel pin or a brooch as well. And this is a magnetic clasp. Not that I can get the two magnets apart, but they are two magnets. Not in focus. Very pretty. This says Clinique. So this is a Clinique dangler for breast cancer. Here is a very large star pendant. Doesn't seem to have any markings on the back. This is a brooch. Let's see, I would have been in grade 8 and 9 when you wore these at your collar to pin your collar closed. Very, very 1980s. Very, yes. And another Christmas tree brooch. And let's see, this looks like a snowman. It does look like a snowman, but I'm not sure it's meant to be. Just a modern piece with clear rhinestones and plastic blue in the center. Here is a brooch that looks like a belt buckle with clear rhinestones. Here's another one of those pendants that we got in the last box. This is a very unusual clasp for a brooch, and it's sewn with thread, the beads around the centerpiece. Very cool. And snowflake with black rhinestones, no markings. Oh, and we use these in the 90s, 80s, and 90s to clasp the back of your coat together, so your raincoat wasn't as loose in the back. Here is another brooch, clear rhinestones, and they all seem to be there. Here is another prism pendant looking similar to moonstone. It's another bracelet, stretchy, pink and yellow. That's a little different, isn't it? Kind of like that. There's a brooch, a leaf brooch, gold tone, no markings. This is a pendant and it swings on there. It's enamel and brass maybe. I'd have to double check that with my magnet. This is another Christmas. Oh, a red hat brooch with purple flowers on it. Very pretty. And looks similar to abalone. Abalone. Leah Sophia is what it says on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can when the light's in the right position. It's a nice pendant. This is tiger eye beads on a string. Doesn't stretch. I think it has to be sized for you. Here is a little Dutch shoe brooch. Older kind of class, so that's probably vintage. Like that. Here is a cross, possibly brass, and hemp with turquoise beads. Maybe they're not real turquoise. Not sure how to tell the difference. That's unusual. This is another pendant with feathers and probably faux turquoise. It's a little blue in my mind. And the last thing in this is a stone bracelet with a fishhook clasp with no markings. I think some of this is handmade in this basket. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you later. Please follow us and like the video. Thank you.